All right. Should we?
Sounds good. I think we're rolling. James, you want to say something? Start us off.
Something.
Yeah, that's about right.
Am I speaking at normal human level?
Levels are leveling.
Tyler, clear to start the podcast?
Yeah.
I'm gonna wait for you to take your hands off of the Zoom.
You can start the podcast.
I can start the podcast.
You can start the podcast.
Are you sure, Dad?
Let's do it.
Hey everybody! Welcome to episode 2 of Stories from Storage, where we sit in a storage closet and tell stories about stories that we've told. Before we really start, I just want to thank everybody that's been really great about sending us feedback, listening to the podcast, and just really in general being great and engaging with this new thing that we're trying to do. And this week's prompt was crazy bathroom stories. And to start us off this week is James.
Hi.
Hey James.
Hi. Start it off, baby.
Go ahead.
Let's do it.
So yeah, this bathroom story, I was kind of on the fence between gross, weird, and just plain uncomfortable.
All things that are great descriptors of this podcast.
Yeah, pretty much. So yeah, taking it back to high school, where everyone probably has some weird bathroom stories. Once again, I was on the fence between my first high school that I was at, like where people were taking shits in the urinals, and they thought that was cool, and you could just walk in and just like, oh yeah, that's it. But yeah, then that's the end of the story right there.
How does that logistically work? Do they like just
I
squat
don't know,
over
man.
it? Do they press their raw cheeks to something that other men have peed on?
I am happy to say I never witnessed it. I
Okay.
just walk in and I smell it.
Is this just something that you were told? Is this a rumor, or did you?
No, I walked in like 3 times and just smelled it. It was like a phenomenon. It's like what fidget spinners are right now. Like people were just really into it for a while.
They were just pooping in urinals.
Yeah.
So this is not my story. Can I branch off right now?
I mean, you already started.
I'm gonna branch off right now.
You already started, and I can't really do anything
this is a
about
story
it because you're the editor. So.
I wanted to so we're gonna not edit this. So, my friend, he in high school, he had a similar situation, but people, they weren't pooping in urinals, they were pooping in the hallway. And so the way he tells it, my friend from home in Rhode Island, the way he tells it is that there was one day where people were just walking down the hall like normal, and out of nowhere you heard like girls screaming, you had people like running down the halls, and then just in the middle of the hallway there's just a pile of poop. And so you can understand how weird that probably was.
Weird isn't exactly the word I would use, but yeah.
Yeah. It became known through the school as the Phantom Shitter.
I love the nickname.
And so some kid, no one, according to him, I don't know if they found out who it was, but no one knew who this person was. And this was happening weekly. Like people were pooping in the hallways every week, but no one figured out who it was, because whoever this guy was, or girl, maybe, whoever it was, had a group with them that would hide them in a circle. They would poop really fast, and they were gone. It's like the end of the usual suspects. Just a little limp poop and then gone.
What if it was a teacher the whole time?
It's the janitor. He goes in and he plucks the poop out of the urinal and just drops it in the hallway.
Mr. Johnson, no. But anyway, so did that keep happening, James?
It happened for...
We're back to him now.
Yeah, we're back.
Okay.
Yeah, that was just a little bit of transition.
Like I said, that happened for a few months. Then... I transferred schools, not because people were pooping in the urinal, but because... Yeah, other reasons. But, yeah, that happened. I hope that didn't continue to happen. I'm trying not to talk about shit too much for the first half of this podcast.
It's bathroom stories. I also love that the second episode of this podcast is bathroom stories.
It's literally gone to shit.
Yeah, pretty much. Good title for the episode. Episode 2, it's gone to shit.
Gone to shit. Keep watching, please. Hi, Mom. This is what we're doing in LA.
Already our worst episode.
I told myself I wouldn't make it gross, and then of course I brought it. I'm sorry.
No, this is what we wanted with bathroom stories. So Tyler, I think it's your turn, right?
Yeah. Okay. So my bathroom story it takes place at high school. So that another phenomenon that would occur just randomly, you would walk into the bathrooms at my high school and you would find groups of teenage boys slap boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Have you ever heard of this?
Is that like locker boxing?
I don't know what locker boxing is.
So you put like a helmet on and you just beat each other up in between the lockers, kind of.
Well,
so it's the same thing. Just not in
that
lockers.
sounds like fun and kind of guys being guys, I guess.
Yeah.
But like this is a bunch of soon-to-be grown men standing in a bathroom together, shirtless, and literally slapping each other, and that wimpy, like just.
Yeah. And so how do you win?
You just slap each other until
no more slapping.
no one wants to slap each other anymore. But so that's the setup. My actual particular story, I had studio for the last like 2 hours of school almost every single day. Technically, I had studio one day, journalism the next, but I would always finish my articles for the paper like right away, and then just work on studio stuff for the news show because it was what I really wanted to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we would I'd be working really, really, really hard, and like one time like I really had to take a crap, like really bad, but I didn't want to leave until I finished writing the script for the episode because I didn't know how long I'd be gone. So I wanted to and we were getting ready to shoot do the broadcast. So I wanted to make sure the script was ready before I left. I'm sweating bullets just dripping down my face as I'm like typing. I'm like, God, and typing, and then my teacher comes over. You okay? I'm like, yeah, I'm fine. And I keep typing. I'm typing. I finish. I'm like, click, print, and I'm standing at the printer like, oh no,
jams.
And then it slowly prints. Thank God. And I grab it and I go, Mrs. Herbert, here, ah! And I ran out of the room. And I legit ran down the hallway to the bathroom. And I burst through the door, and what did I run into? A group of about 8 guys between me and the stall. Oh! Slapping each other.
This is happening during school?
Yeah, they just fucking leave class and go slap each other.
Hey guys, meet me by the stalls.
Slap off.
Yo, it's fucking on. B hallway bathroom. Let's go. I'll slap the shit out of you in the bathroom without shirts on.
There's literally nothing gay about it. We're just friends.
But I had get in the bathroom and I see them. I'm like, oh no, am I gonna have to like go through a slap boxing gauntlet to get to where I can take a crap?
They just start slapping your bowels.
They just turn and face me and just start. No, like I gotta poop. So I like slowly, excuse me guys, I'll let you get back to your slapping thing in a second. And I'm sitting there and I'm just blowing it up, and they didn't leave. They continued their slap boxing. And like it was funny because like, all right, this is great content for a podcast because you're not going to see what I'm doing right now. But they would like cup their hands in such a way, like the louder the the louder the smack that you got, that was I guess how you won, to answer your question from earlier. So they were like all these different techniques. Like some of the guys would fold their thumb into their palm and do that, and some of them. I'm sorry, Brian.
Okay.
Yeah, I love how Brian, you're just like.
I haven't been slapping myself. I've been slapping Brian.
I hope the slapping story ends soon.
His arm's getting really red.
But yeah, like, so like, there's this one guy who I guess was the best, and he did this weird like 3-finger slap, and I'm not gonna actually do it, but he would do that and hit like with his pinky up a little bit, and I guess it hurt a lot.
It looked like the Hunger Games like.
Katniss
sign.
Or the like,
except for not for a good reason.
For all my Boy Scout homies out there, it's the Scout sign. But it's not a good thing. I'm taking one of the loudest dumps of my life, and I just hear, "Oh motherfucker, you slapped the shit out of him!" And I'm just like, "Oh God, I'm gonna have to leave and wash my hands."
The whole time they're probably not even noticing that.
Oh, they noticed.
Oh,
it
they
was
noticed.
Stanky. But I get out, right? And the story's not over, right? And I'm washing my hands, and then I remembered another thing as they all laugh at me while I'm washing my hands and I'm getting soap, is that they used to jerk off and put their semen in the soap dispenser.
This is at school?
At school, yeah.
What school did you go to?
I just don't want to say it on the podcast.
Okay.
All of my high school friends who might not have known this now know this and are regretting every single time they use the hand soap.
It's like, have fun with that Purell.
Seriously, it was gross because like on one hand you didn't want to use the soap because like there's jizz in it.
Oh,
and on the other hand, you have poop because you just had a really messy poop, and now there's poop on your hands.
Between poop in a hard place.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's my story. I had to negotiate through
And
a bunch of men slapping each other to get to the bathroom.
How did it end? Did you just go?
I crapped everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Got up, washed my hands, put jizz on my hands, remembered that I put jizz on my hands, nearly vomited, washed my hands off right away, and was laughed at when I left the bathroom. And I went back to studio, I sat down and didn't tell anybody.
And was it that consistent that, like, you knew when someone had jizzed in the...
No, but, like, you hear one story of one dude jizzing in one hand soap dispenser.
You gotta imagine...
Every single hand soap dispenser has a gallon of semen in it.
You gotta imagine he's not doing that once. He's going around the entire
that's
school.
the thing. He did one time and then had the enjoyment of watching someone wash their hands and was like, all right, I know what I'm meant to do now. I found my purpose in life. All right, so anyway, Brian, we've had people shitting in urinals. We had Tyler himself crapping and then rubbing semen on his hands. Now we have Brian's...
Please, something wholesome.
No, it's not. It's totally not. But so it's funny. This is also a high school story, but once again, so this is like obviously story number 2 for me. But this is.
No. You said story.
God. So this story is not mine either. But I think this is a perfect cap to.
All right,
James is dying.
I thought that was really funny.
Wait, which one?
Piece of story.
Right.
Given...
So yeah. Anyway, so
keeping time,
no.
Oh, we're not keeping
We're
time.
gonna do this for 2 hours.
Okay.
That's what I want to do.
Here we go.
We'll start it now. So, all right, that's the beginning of the podcast right here.
Hey, everybody! Welcome to episode. Just kidding.
Okay, so this is another story from a friend. Because I don't have any crazy bathroom stories.
Right, because you're boring. I forgot.
Yeah, I poop like a normal person. So, so this one involved my friend. He was not the pooper. So, this is in high school. And Connor, if you're listening to this, this is the actual Connor.
Oh, another...
This is another Connor. You would be surprised how many Connors there were back where I lived.
So this is
his best friend Connor.
This is Connor I know.
This is Connor you know.
Hi, Connor.
Mm-hmm. If you're listening, I'm going to try to tell this story as well as you did. Obviously, I don't know all the details, but this is pretty interesting. So he used to work at this grocery store called Shaw's. And you guys should know about this because Shaw's was in Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very much an East Coast grocery store. And so it was like, I think, one of his first jobs. And he was like, normal clerk would put all the food on the shelves and stuff. Normal stock boy. Occasionally, he would have to go clean the bathroom. And on this day, according to him, his manager came up and was like, hey, you need to clean the bathrooms. What does that mean? And the guy goes, please go clean it. And so, have you ever seen Apocalypse Now?
Oh, God.
So, you're like, I love the smell of napalm in the morning when the planes go over and...
Oh, God.
So, somebody went into that bathroom and napalmed all over the floor.
God.
And absolutely destroyed it, and Connor had to clean the whole thing. Or I think he may have actually told someone else to clean it, because he probably walked in and went just like, nope, turned around and closed the door.
Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
This is some great content to make a movie out of this week.
I don't know how any of these things are going to be. Walter Murch would be so happy. Also, side note, do you think Walter Murch has a place on his website for merchandise called Walter Merch?
Probably.
Okay.
This is a good pun.
We should contact him.
You should. This is a good pun. It was a good one. No, it was solid. It was solid. I'll give you that. Especially after the DMV shit you gave me crap for last episode. Oh boy, we got our work cut out for us this week.
So, can I say my initial thoughts?
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I don't know if this was a theme. Maybe it just kind of popped up in my head, but it seemed like there was some kind of detective work somewhat involved, and I think James just did like a bunch of finger guns. So I think that That's like a yes. So there's some kind of like an element of detective work. And
Okay.
in high school is another theme. I feel like it in some way should be set in high school.
I feel like the whole movie could be the hall monitor trying to find the phantom shitter.
The source of the phantom shitter.
Yeah, and he encounters slapboxing.
I was thinking like a more juvenile, like Veronica Mars, where it just
Ooh.
like trying to figure out who's whether shitting in the urinal or like she goes into like an underground slapboxing ring in the school.
That'd be in the basement maybe.
Yeah,
It's kind of like it's like a little ode to
Fight Club.
Fight Club. Yeah.
Yeah.
First rule of Slap Club: you do not talk about Slap Club.
Well, I think it's funny to explore what the life of a hall monitor is like, because a hall monitor is, I mean, in movies and TV,
Nerd
it's
number one.
but it's made a
Fucking
little bit
Percy
interesting.
Weasley.
Well, like
Who's this?
Percy Weasley.
Was
fucking
this-
loser.
Was this someone
From
at your
Harry
school?
Potter.
No, it's Harry
Oh,
Potter,
okay.
dude.
I was
You
like,
just
it's either
pissed-
it was either.
You personally just pissed off a whole lot of fans.
No, I was like, it's either Harry Potter or someone at your school.
Even people that don't listen to this just forget. We're like, what the fuck?
he
Who is
wasn't
this
in
fucking
the
guy?
he wasn't in the movies. Like he was in
in the movies
books.
a little bit.
Was he?
Yeah,
I don't think so.
he
I
totally
think
was in the
Tyler
thought they
movies.
is wrong
excluded
about this.
Nope.
I'm gonna make Tyler prove me wrong.
Okay, we'll fact check that later.
'Cause
You
he is
guys are
so-
both gonna look so dumb, and I'm so excited that you're being dicks about this right now. Because a lot of people are like gonna be listening to this,
Percy
and they're gonna be all
Weasley is
like,
not a real person or
"No,
character.
he's." Anyway, go ahead.
For this hall monitor, does he or she want to be the hall monitor? Are they being assigned to do it? Are they like do they take on this case because like they're trying to find something interesting to do?
Personally,
Or is it like, I want to do this?
So personally, I think we need to make it the latter. The hall monitor needs to want to be the hall monitor, but they need to make it cool. You know what I mean? Because that's challenging to make a character who wants to be the hall monitor but isn't the worst, like the worst head nerd Hermione from the first book.
Yeah.
Sack of crap.
So this person is generally liked by the school.
I like the idea of like a
Right.
high school film noir about a hall monitor.
You seen Brick?
Yeah.
I have
Like
not.
feeling. Yeah. So you know what I'm talking about, James.
Mm-hmm.
It's Ryan Johnson's. Was this debut?
Yeah.
Yeah. It Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
Oh, I've heard of it. Yeah.
Like that, but with a hall monitor.
Trying to track down the Phantom Crapper.
And so I imagine this.
I love
Like-
this antagonist
So,
name.
so like this person is using all their resources to try to figure out, and they're friends with all the teachers, friends with all like the.
And I love the idea of like a classic like 90s adventure kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like a movie that like somehow for some reason, like think about it. One of my favorite things to do when I was a kid, and I bet you some people are going to relate to this, is like especially like when I was sitting in church or in like a building that I was new in, but I was really bored, is I would imagine what it would be like to be small enough and explore the whole place. Like all the little nooks and crannies and hidden rooms was always exciting to me, especially in my middle school, because it went up and down and there was like a service tunnel or back hallway that we weren't allowed in because of asbestos and all this bull crap, and we always told stories about what it would be like to actually really explore the basement and all that. And
Yeah.
I really, really love that idea, and it could be cool if the whole thing, it takes place in maybe like a day of class, through like maybe it's like a day of class up until like the talent show that night, and they never leave the school. But it's a big high school, and they're always finding new places, and there's always these little nooks and crannies tucked away that the person has to get get elbow deep in and like really explore the nitty gritty aspects of their high school. Think Batman Arkham Asylum, but a high school.
I love it. That's so cool. And can we name the character Percy?
I just almost punched you in the head. But yes.
Okay, cool. So in terms of wants and needs for this character, so this person,
I'm picturing a female just because of Veronica Mars. Sorry.
I'm so down to go
Okay.
that route.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
sure.
So she wants to make her school better.
Is Percy a girl's name?
We have to go with Percy. It could be.
I mean,
Totally
it's
could be.
short for Percival.
Yeah. Maybe not Percy.
Perry.
Perry. I like it.
Yeah.
It's a powerful name.
Yeah. So we should come up with an inciting event. Why are they trying to, besides the fact that it's their job, why are they in particular, like, think Zootopia? She's a cop, so she should want to solve crimes, but, like, she has to solve this crime or she's going to get fired. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Maybe Perry. Maybe she's about to graduate and no one else wants to be the new hall monitor.
So she needs to find a new hall monitor.
Yeah, she's trying to find someone else, but like she wants to make it look cool. So bring in the whole noir aspect.
Does she have? Okay, sorry, you go first.
What if it's like training day?
I was gonna say lethal weapon.
Yeah, or something like that. Like I love the idea of it's a high school, but the stakes are so high.
So the school cop is leaving.
It's
retirement.
She's
right?
6 weeks from retirement.
It's 6 hours from retirement. 6 hours from retirement. That's amazing. I love that.
I made it through high school without being pranked or embarrassed at all.
And this one day, someone decides to shit in the hallway.
And then that's how it ends. She takes a bullet for her partner and embarrasses the hell out of herself at the talent show at the end of the movie.
A bullet or a shit?
Like a turd. She'll you slip and fall in a turd or something. I don't know.
By the way, the moral of this story will eventually be high schoolers are fucking gross.
Yep.
Yeah.
But I think at the nitty gritty, yeah, like
high school
and nasty.
You couldn't pay me to go back to high school.
No, never.
Ugh, and I'm barely out of it.
I feel like a lot of these stories that we're going to be telling are going to jump back to high school. Because there's too many.
It's so ridiculous. Like, come on, what other place are people going to do this?
And for some reason, a ton of poop stories.
Well, it's just you think back to all the crap you got away with and didn't die and would not do now, and you shudder at now.
Yep.
It's like I've got stories that I'm not even going to be comfortable telling my mom and dad. Hi, Mom and Dad, until like I don't know, at least episode 4.
At least, moms.
So don't tune in for episode 3 because it won't be as good.
So where are we at? Is anyone taking notes?
Yeah, I've been taking notes the whole time. Mental notes. Do you guys want to recap? I think we have to be honest, this is a really solid story.
So far.
Until we find out this has been made already and like Ryan Johnson is on it.
Like
it's probably the idea of Brick, and we have no idea.
I haven't seen it, so if we copied it, it's these two assholes' fault.
He was looking for his girlfriend in that one.
Okay.
There was no shit involved in the making of that film.
Totally different. So we have Perry, who's our main protagonist.
The platypus.
Perry the platypus. And she is a hall monitor who is 6 hours from retirement, which I think is brilliant. I love that. And that I can see marketing that film already.
Feels like 24 kind of just
like 24 meets Lethal Weapon meets 21 Jump Street
and Training Day.
We like to throw a bunch of movies in there.
I picture it's like senior cut day, you know, like how everyone has that like one day seniors cut, and she's just there trying to solve the case because it's like then that's her legacy if she can't do it.
And people aren't there, so she has to round them up.
Yeah.
I love that. And so an inciting event is that on this day that's supposed to be her last day when she's finding that new recruit for hall monitor, someone decides to deface her hallway with a nice poop in the middle of the hallway.
What's her flaw?
Her flaw?
Yeah. What's the flaw that she needs to work out?
Does she try to be too perfect? Or is that
maybe? Yeah, that could be it. Maybe she's trying to be a good hall monitor for the wrong reasons.
No, I really like that theme also because let's say she does find the perp in the end. What's his name again?
Phantom Shitter.
The Phantom Shitter.
The Phantom Shitter, and doesn't turn him in, to for the glory.
Six prank, bro. High five.
What?
I don't know.
I said 6 senior prank, bro. High five.
It's like the two bro characters that we could write in.
Played by, what are they, the Lucas brothers?
Yeah, it would have to be the Lucas brothers. Dude, that was great. And then that's it. But I could see flyers all up in the school for the Phantom Shitter that they could put up, and
so let's ideal cast the two mains. So the 3 mains. So the Phantom Shitter, who should be a twist, by the way. It should be a cameo at the end.
Okay.
I like the idea that you never see their face until the end, and it's someone that you weren't expecting. But we'll get to that in a second. So we need to cast her.
Oh, Tom Holland. Absolutely Tom Holland.
Okay. I mean,
he's like the good looking.
I know, but like
down to.
you remember all the things I said about him last episode?
I know.
I don't want him to be.
I'm
you know
bringing
what?
him back.
You know what? Fuck it. He's the spiritual mascot of Stories from Storage.
We just want Tom Holland on this, please.
Be our friend. You're our age. There's no reason not to.
As long as this high school's not in Queens. Okay.
God damn it, James.
What? You brought it up. We have an act. We have our act 1. Like, let's go through the beginning real quick.
Okay.
Perry goes into school because she gets a call about like the shit going on. Literally the shit going on.
I like the idea that she's giving the new recruit the tour. She's like, "This is your job. Nothing ever happens. This is a good school."
Freshman?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Because she started as a freshman. She's raising her new protege, and they're like out in the hall, and then all of a sudden they hear screaming. Like you said, like the girls would scream and run away, and the guys would like be like, "Oh!" And that's what she hears, and you're like, "Oh, it's like a murder scene." You know what I mean? It's set up exactly like that. And someone's lying down, and they're like, "Oh God!"
Oh,
and then she's like, "What happened? What happened here?" And then some guy's like, "He was everywhere. He slipped and he fell, and I was everywhere." And then like everyone's freaking out, and then she goes, "What's wrong?" And he goes, "I'm feeling poo-poo." And he rolls over, and there's poop, and it's like, "Why is there poop on the floor?" You know what I mean? What is this? What are we doing?
Okay, so we have the character, we have a potential sidekick, we have the antagonist, Phantom Shitter, location, any like run-of-the-mill high school, right?
What city should it take place in?
I feel like it's somewhere in Maine. I'm on a Stephen King kick, and I think that's why I said that. But at the same time,
how about Wyoming or Montana? Nothing happens in those two states.
That could be cool.
Yeah.
I mean, it's emptiness, but would the school be that big?
Then again, it'd be all white people, and it would be really tiny and quiet.
So would Maine.
That's fair. What if it's in Vegas?
That could be cool too.
Vegas high school.
I feel like it's got a. I keep envisioning Brick, and I'm pretty sure Brick was filmed in L.A. Like, it had to have been.
That's the thing, though. It's like that's the 90s.
It's just
these giant, unrealistic high schools that have like 17 different wings on each of their 9 floors. Like, I'm thinking like 10 Things I Hate About You. That X Mansion that they all went
it's
to
all
high school
outdoors. It's all outdoors.
Yep, and they've got a giant like college-sized football stadium.
Yeah.
But I like that because then it offers up the opportunity for it to be like an adventure just within the school, trying to find this. Yeah. Like think Dredd. That's exactly the vibe. Yeah. The new Dredd with Carl Urban. They never leave that giant like apartment complex, but they're in a lot of really different environments the whole time.
So you're seeing the science wing, you're seeing the gym, you're seeing the basement where some of the
secret place under the pool.
There's secret tunnels in the school.
People do slap fighting.
I love the slap fighting.
And it's like this could be a really good like film kids do their homage to all their favorite movies because we can have Fight Club, Training Day, 21 Jump Street. You know what I mean? Apparently James really liked Veronica Mars.
Yep. Like the gym teacher could be running the slap boxing ring.
Played by Bruce Campbell.
It would absolutely
Sky High.
What kind of characters does Perry run into? Who does she interrogate? Like, who are the perps? The usual suspects.
Is she so used to this that she's gonna go to like the burnouts first?
Yeah, makes sense.
That she's gonna go check out the burnout hideouts.
Yep.
And this is her. Maybe at the same time, she's teaching her sidekick, right? She's
another thing that's like Dredd. That's what he's doing the whole time. He's got the new recruit with him the whole time. And
who's the new recruit? Did we decide that? Like, it's a freshman, right?
I think it would be really funny if, like, this little freshman guy gets to hang out with like the really cool senior, and is like, just being in all these situations. But he's like, think about how little you knew about what to do. All right, I went from the same 25 kids from like kindergarten to 8th grade to a class of a couple hundred kids. And it was a big like tiny little puddle to like lake, right? And it was a big adjustment. And I love the idea of the new recruit being from a private school and having no friends, and he just does the hall monitor thing to meet as many people as possible because he knows he's going to deal with them every day.
Well, also, but that's a really good point, because also you could see how this recruit can see how Perry interacts with people, and he's having a lot of insecurities about if people will like him because he doesn't have the kind of confidence that she does.
So I'm imagining, you know, the kid from Modern Family, he's Sofia Vergara's kid in the show.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
How he's so, I don't know if you've seen it recently, but he's so tall and like grown up now. It's really kind of weird to see him like that. But from like the first season, he's I imagine like a little round kid that just wants to make some friends. He's super sweet, kind of like, I'm forgetting the kid's name from Up.
Yep.
But I kind of imagine he's like super genuine. Russell, yeah. Like I feel like that's what I imagine.
Yeah, I completely agree. And then the burned out would be smoking cigarettes if this wasn't like a family high school movie. Like grizzled veteran hall monitor who's really seen some shit. Is the veteran reluctant, like, because she's about to leave, like graduate out, she doesn't want to deal with it on her last day, and then the plucky recruit is like, we should go out, it's our jobs, isn't it?
I mean, how we've described this character, she's gonna, I feel like she wants this day to be perfect.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah,
okay.
I feel like the trainee would be more like, well, I'm not gonna have to deal with this much. Like, this is just a really unusual situation. So, can't we just relax a little bit?
Can we just relax?
Have a little pizza party?
Maybe put on Mulan.
And then she's just like, shit's gonna get real.
She's gonna go down.
You don't know what could happen.
So she's
played by Chloe Grace Moretz.
Yeah, that's kind of what I imagine.
Yeah.
So she's ready for this. She knows that something's gonna happen.
Yep. She was expecting a senior prank, and now she's dealing with it.
So she's taking all the precautions leading up to it.
Yep, and I agree that's better. She does not want anything to ruin her last day. So she's gonna find this fucking guy and take
obviously
him down.
Something went wrong right before it happened. So whoever did it knows who she is, right? So
that's a fun idea. It's like Batman and the Joker.
This is like, this person knows her schedule down to a
Moriarty and Sherlock.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. This is why it's a perfect noir. Like, I think it's...
Did you hear my Boston accent when I said Moriarty?
Moriarty.
Oh my god.
Yep.
Wow. Okay. I thought I shook that.
Okay, so it gets to the point where she's probably on the tail of this person.
Or she thinks she is.
Or she thinks she is.
But he's one step ahead. Ooh. And then that's the second act break. She thinks she's about to find him. Like in A Game of Shadows, have you ever seen that? The second act break is he's like, I totally know what's up. And he's like doing his already... I mean, it's Sherlock, so you find out at the end that he was 3 steps ahead of the 2 steps that Moriarty had. But like at this time, as far as the audience knows, he gets suckered in, right? And he makes a mistake. And he gets that whole like hook in his shoulder and is dangled, and it's all brutal in that. I like that idea that she's like about to like catch him, and she like turns the guy that she thinks is him around, and it's not him at all, and he's like, sorry, you know what I mean? Wrong. And then they sucker her in and they prank her hard. They like...
Could it be flipped on her where people think, I mean, she would never do it, but could she get in trouble in a way that like she was supposed to prevent this, right? And so maybe people turn on her because that's the low point.
Maybe it happens again or a couple of times, and then like the principal is all like, look, you're supposed to either take care of this or I'm going to take your sash away and just let the security guards handle it.
Yeah.
You know, and she's like, no, I can handle it. And then at the end, she gets her sash taken away of the second act. And that's the second act break. And then there's the, like, classic, like, she's drinking, like, the beat-down cop who lost his badge is drinking in the bar. What could be that replacement for that?
Be in the lunchroom.
In the lunchroom drinking.
You think it's like...
Sitting in the back corner drinking chocolate milk.
But then she just actually spikes it with vodka. I mean, she's a senior, so she does drink, probably.
Just throws away the...
I like the idea, though, that, like, she does that, but then she's like, and then she throws it away.
It was her first time.
Yeah, it was the first time drinking.
And then this sidekick character takes it upon themselves to pick up the slack while she's up drinking, or like kind of just.
Well, they become the full hall monitor.
Yeah, they are the hall monitor.
Yep.
And so he's off doing this without her knowing, and comes to her with, "Hey, I have some information."
Hey.
And maybe it's like, maybe it was a freshman. Maybe it's like a
That could be a
cocky freshman.
That could be a fun twist that they wanted to use the cover of like Senior Prank. That's it. It's the sophomore who was pranked hard by that or no, sorry. Yeah, it's a freshman because it's the end of the year. Who got pranked hard at the beginning of the year by the seniors for being a freshman, and has been planning all year how they're going to get back at the entire senior class.
It'd be also interesting if the trainee starts doing pretty well, on his or her own, and then Perry's having a tough time kind of accepting that because she's having a tough time actually doing what a mentor is supposed to be doing, and like passing on the reins, because she's kind of just like, she's kind of full of herself and like how she could do it, but now she's kind of like the back seat and like watching someone else do it, and like she's having that struggle also.
It could kind of be a little bit like the dynamic that Jean Reno's character and Steve Martin's character Detective Inspector Clouseau and Detective Ponton have in Pink Panther, where Ponton is actually a really, really good cop, and the Pink Panther is actually really talented but an idiot at the same time.
Yeah.
Brimming with self-confidence yet totally lost is one of my favorite descriptions of a character in any movie ever, and I don't care that movie is that bad. But I love that dynamic that like she's not incompetent at all. She's really good, but she's like so set in her ways that she's missing like obvious things. You know what I mean? That actually happens in Batman comics sometimes. Like Batman is so like, it's gotta be the Joker. It's him every time, and Robin's like, yeah, but like this one tiny little detail doesn't really match him, and Batman's like, it's the Joker, and Robin's like, I don't think it is.
So she's missing what's right in front of her.
I like that. Yeah.
Look for her.
Idea. So, have you ever seen that really, really affecting and dark commercial that's or that's like a PSA against like
gun violence?
And it's like this really cute like romance story, and then right at the end you see this kid kick in the door and cock a gun, and then like
it's like the one kid's in the background,
but like in every single frame the whole time there was something that like how about this kid is in like every scene doing something in the background, but you don't notice because it's that subtle.
It could be a long scene of Perry giving the sidekick a tour, talking about how all the good things he's gonna do, and showing him. Well, he would know with the school, but basically showing him the ropes of the hall monitor.
You see this kid walking with like fixing his pants, walking away from the hallway where
it just becomes usual suspects. Just she has that moment.
No, it's like, and then that's the thing in the end. You show all the same shots, but you highlight the person that was in all those shots. That would fuck with people, man. That'd be great. Oh God. Can I just say, I'm about to pass out. It's like 160 degrees in this goddamn closet.
We gotta do it for the name now. We gotta continue this.
Guys, how bad would you hate it if you just heard in the background because I brought a fan in here? Would it be that bad?
I think it would be
It'd be
annoying
pretty bad.
for a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd be refreshed, but also annoyed.
Refreshed, mainly.
I'm about to have sweat actually dripping off of my face.
This is the
You
sweat
should smell my junk. My junk right now is a swamp.
We were doing so well.
I'll bet you I probably got mushrooms growing underneath my balls right now. Sorry,
James
Mom.
and I made a bet how long it would take for you to make a reference to your mushroom nuts.
Well, close to the end, so better than we both thought.
James won.
My nut rooms.
James won. So how do we end this? We're pretty close. I think we kind of had it.
The big reveal in the end, like, I was right there. I wanted you to catch me because I wanted you to know who was causing such strife for your awful senior class. It was me. And then she's like, what? Like, every freshman class gets pranked, you loser. You should have seen what happened to my class. And then it's a PSA against how kids these days suck. And
okay, well, now it just got spiteful.
Our generation is much better.
Aren't we those kids these days, too?
I know, that's the joke.
We're those kids these days.
But yeah, and then like it's a big like reveal, and then they have like I want there to be like a fun little like water balloon fight in the end. That's like an actual like a gunfight, but it's a water balloon fight. You know what I mean? Like
That was kind of the senior prank at my place. Like,
was it really?
on the roof of our high school? This not mine. I'm sorry. Like the class above me, they started like having like they had like water guns and like started like spraying each other. And my assistant principal was dumb enough to try to get in the middle and be like, "Okay, everybody, it's over. Go inside." And then she got soaked and like someone threw a water balloon and like. My assistant principals were laughing hysterically on the side, just like, why'd you do that?
That's got to be a character too. The little the timid new vice principal that just.
I love the guy.
Oh, she was Greek as hell. She's not timid.
Oh no, not at all.
No,
I love.
She was just like trying to keep her cool, but then she lost it the second she got drenched.
I love that character in 21 Jump Street. It's like, I am one little gay black kid getting punched in the face away from a nervous breakdown. Like I love that principal on the ropes. Like I hate high school kids. Yep. I shouldn't have taken this job. Although I gotta say, my principal for the last 3 years of high school was great. Mr. Schiffert, this is a shout out to you if you hear this. You're a great guy. You play guitar in the announcements. I wanted to play guitar with you.
Total respect for principals. Like that is crazy.
Even a little respect for the douchebag ones. Except for the ones that like, I don't know, take pictures of the students in gym class. Those guys, not so much. But like,
that's
normal
concerning.
Normal non-pervy.
Illegal.
Yeah, normal non-pervy principals get all the love. In fact, round of applause.
I'm gonna add in some applause there. So at the very end, does she learn to like loosen? See, I don't like the idea of it being a girl that needs to loosen up.
No, that's
like
that's so overdone.
That's overdone, and
I like it's maybe it's more.
Yeah, I would like to avoid that trope, and it's so insulting too. To avoid that.
Would it be sort of the same thing if she like had been so focused on her job as the hall monitor that she wasn't allowing herself to have fun? Is it the same thing?
No, I think.
Well, I don't want her to be
bigger, better things. I think maybe the idea. It's like high school is, and this is a message in a lot of other films, but you know the idea that high school is not the end. A single day doesn't define you.
Yeah, and
you can move on from it and learn from it, and then take on the world.
You hear that, all our high school listeners? It's not the end for you. Except for you douchers are peaking right now.
It's like after college it is, though.
After college, it's over.
That's the end.
I realized as I'm becoming more of an adult, your computer's at 69% battery. But anyway, as I was about to tell a story about how I feel like more of an adult, as I've been adulting the last few weeks, I realized that an integral part of being a grown-up, as they say, is that every single day you should wake up and ask yourself if it's worth it. And a little bit of you should tell you that it's not.
Take that a little bit of like, you can't do it, and turn it into you can do it.
Yeah, but then usually it doesn't work, and you get to about lunchtime, and you're like, I should just go.
Then you just eat some ramen, and that's it. So on that note, I think we did it.
Did we?
Oh, title?
Shit
happens.
Perfect.
No. No! There's gotta be a PG-13.
Yeah, that's true. We need to make money.
Here we go. We're gonna actually name it this time. Because last time we just sat around.
Last time?
Oh, we did, but like after the allotted time for naming.
Okay.
So guys, I think we did it. Thank you guys for listening. If you're listening at this point, if you made it through,
made it this far, let us know because you are our true friends.
We love you,
and we love you
so much. So please share, like,
subscribe
if you can,
comment, review, send us cookies,
do all the stuff because we're gonna do this for the foreseeable future.
Yep. Even if you guys don't like it, this is stop us.
Incredibly fun.
So you might as well enjoy the ride.
It was like a little duet that we just had there.
I'm going to talk over you every time you start a sentence. You ready? Go ahead.
Okay, so...
You thought I was going to do it and I didn't do it.